Hello everyone, I hope you're having a great day today. Merciless Vaughn here, back with another Bleach Brave Souls video, and in this one we're going to be showcasing the 10th anniversary 1000-year Blood War Renji. Hopefully you enjoy. If you do, leave a like. If you're new to the channel or you have been here for a while, please consider subscribing and help me get to 550 subscribers. Now with all that said, let us go ahead and get started. So first things first, this Renji is a technique unit with the Quincy Killer Plus. This will be a bare minimum showcase, and by that I be meaning just 1 out of 5 T20 links, because just with how easy it is to get all the resources you need to power up your characters, I think 1 out of 5 in T20 links is just pretty much easier, so I just call that the bare minimum here. So yeah, he has an EX skill as well that was introduced this anniversary. His EX skill at level 1 gives him damage to lacerate enemies 25%, and then depending on how many dupes you have of this unit, you can pretty much see the percentage of the damage to lacerated enemies you will be able to get right there. So his soul trait is strong attack recharge time minus 14%. He's a ranged unit with lacerate plus on his NAD, SA2, and EX move. All of his other strong attacks have burn and lacerate, that being the SA1, SA3, and the special move. So his innate skills are Sprinter, Havoc, 20% in Sharpshooter. His Berserker is at 60%. He has the Weaken Resistance skill, Soul Reaper Resonance, which basically, depending on how many Soul Reapers you have in your party, will increase the amount of damage his strong attacks will do. Renji plus 3, Bombardment, Defibrillator 2 seconds, increased status summon chance against Quincy's, damage to lacerate enemies 80%, weaken defense, poise, status and spiritual pressure boost 80%. So overall, a pretty strong unit, honestly. Really, I think the damage to lacerate enemies will be very good, especially when you're doing like maybe Nightmare difficulty guild quests, or like maybe right now, the Limit Breaker quest is up. Yeah, he'll be pretty good in those type of situations, because just the damage to lacerated enemies, the damage over time is actually very strong. I've noticed that while using this unit. So yeah, it's pretty nice to have. So very quickly, we're actually going to take a look at the attribute power-up bonuses that we're getting towards our skills here. And so if we look at the Berserker here, it's base 60%, but with the attribute power-ups, we're getting an extra 2% there. The Weaken Resistance, the base is 200%, but we're getting an extra 10% there. And damage to lacerated enemies, nope, nothing there. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the attribute power-up skills. As for the stats that we're going to be getting, we can take a very quick look at that. So if we come over here, I can get all of my characters to level 400. I'm getting an extra 300 focus and SP. My max link slot levels are 22, my max transcendent slot levels are 13, but for the sake of the showcase, my link slot levels will be 20 and my transcendent slot levels will be 10. The bare minimum, like I mentioned. That. So for the build, we're just going to go with the T-set fortification pill and the gold Yuki dispenser at 5-star plus. Some strong attack reduction, full stamina damage boost links that you can see here. As for the bonus abilities, it will be the full stamina damage boost and the plus 200 SP. So we went over this character's skills, build. Let's go ahead and jump into some content to see what he can do. 1 out of 5 T20. Alright, so here we are in a solo inheritance trial. There are Soul Reaper enemies in here, so he will not have killer, unfortunately. So if we just take a look at his NAD string, I do actually like it. It does look really cool. He just extends his Zanpakuto out like that. That is definitely cool. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at his SA1. I didn't explain his EX move, did I? I did not. I apologize for that. So that was his SA1. Here's his SA2, which the superior strong attack is on. Well, I'll just throw it out. Yeah. So that's his superior strong attack. His animations actually do look kind of cool. And here's his SA3. Yeah. And then we have his EX move, which just massively raises his spiritual pressure. And that massive raise is just basically 100%. So really, he can have 180% spiritual pressure boost, which is not too bad actually. Kind of like the 9th anniversary Kenpachi. Yeah, that's pretty much it. As regards to this unit, I mean, there's not really anything I can take him in right now that would be probably very good to like use this character in. It's not his weak in guild quest, so I can't really take him in there, just really show out how well he'll do in there, unfortunately. So just gotta make do with this. I do like how he does his spin, his impact on, kind of like just uses it to grapple towards closer to where he threw it at. That is cool. And we will throw out his soul bomb here. Alright, so here we are back in here again doing another run. Yeah, so do be careful. He is immune to the weakened status element. He's not immune to anything else, but you know, that's still a status element that we have seen with the status element plus. Yeah, we have seen weakened plus before. That is a status element that we've seen recently in a guild quest, and I believe it's currently in the current limit breaker quest, if I'm remembering correctly. I'm pretty sure. I think so. Yeah. So just do watch out for that. Now we're actually clearing through this pretty fast. Yeah, so overall, it might not seem this Renji is doing a lot, but against like tankier and like more difficult enemies, that lacerate will actually just tear those enemies apart. So it's going to be an actual great skill. It's just that's kind of hard to show you when we're just one-shotting all of these guys in here. Actually, I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check if I'm able to take him into the epic raid right now. Alright, so we're going to do a couple more runs here. This time I did bring some support units, that being the Safwigin, who increases our movement speed by 30%. And then the Uryu that I also brought is increasing our strong attack damage by 20%. And the reason that I'm bringing these is because when you're taking this unit into some co-op content, these are more than likely some units you will probably see in there. They are a bit older, so you probably won't see them, but you'll still get a chance to see them because the Uryu, he has the increased super pot skills for both super and regular pots, and he also does have the increased mine, or not the increased mine, the increased droplet drop skill as well. And so does the Safwigin, but he just has super pots, I think he does. Can't really remember for sure, it's been a while since I actually seen him. Oh, I've been forgetting to use my EX move actually. So I'll use this, then use my soul bomb. Alright, so yeah, as far as there's anything left to show about this unit, there's really nothing left. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could, well, is there any technique unit? I'm pretty sure I could find like a technique unit to show his EX skill on, but I'm not too sure about that. But yeah, overall, I do think he's a lot better than I gave him credit for, honestly, because I read his kit, but then it just didn't seem all that appealing to me. But when I actually used him, I did use him for, like, spoiler. Well, no, I won't spoil you on what I used him for, but yeah, I used him recently, and he is actually pretty good. Just the damage to the enemies that are lacerated that he's able to do is actually really good. So we're going here, pop the soul bomb, and I guess that'll be it. Alright, so I just checked, it's not his attribute for epic raids this day that I'm recording the video, so I can't really take him in there, unfortunately. Sorry about that. But yeah, overall this Renji is actually a lot better than I gave him credit for. His EX move, I mean, it definitely will be useful to like some characters that will deal damage to lacerate enemies, but his strong attacks and his animations are actually very, very good. And he can get 180% spiritual pressure for 10 seconds. And you know, the more Soul Reapers you have in your party, the stronger he will be, really. Actually, that effect is actually currently taking place because I still have this Gin here. So actually, I didn't even know it will show like that. They might have actually just changed it. Because I remember when this skill first came out, it didn't do that. So if I just throw on this again right here, and then we take a look at his Soul Reaper Resonant skill. And yep, 30%. The max can go to a 60% because in Epic Raids you can only have 6 players up in there. That's if they're all Soul Reapers. So yeah, that is definitely cool. That's nice to see. So anyways, that's going to be it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching. And as usual, until next time.